The Liberals' value test is back with a vengeance. Now, tolerant Trudeau is blackmailing struggling small businesses into signing an attestation before they can qualify for emergency financial aid. Justin Trudeau just launched the Canada Emergency Business Account. Here's what the Liberals want us to believe this thing does on the government website for the program. To ensure that small businesses have access to the capital they need to see them through the current challenges, the Government of Canada has launched the new Canada Emergency Business Account, which has been implemented by eligible financial institutions in cooperation with Export Development Canada. Now, that is a long government-y way of saying they're providing interest-free loans of up to $40,000, and up to $10,000 of that may be eligible for loan forgiveness. But what this thing really does is ensure that Liberal compliant businesses survive. Or if you want your business to survive this mess, you better become Liberal compliant, because buried in the application process for the loan is another Liberals' values test. Look at this. It's right from the TD Canada Trust website for the program. There are, of course, the standard exclusions, like you can't be a government agency and apply for the loan. If you are a charity or union and you apply for the loan, you must be engaged in sales or other business. No politicians holding public office can apply for this. Now look at this. Per the requirements of the program as set out by the Government of Canada, the borrower confirms that it does not promote violence, incite hatred, or discriminate on the basis of sex, gender, sexual orientation, race, ethnicity, religion, culture, region, education, age, or mental or physical disability. But that's not the bank's fault, that crazy attestation. This is the requirement the government is insisting on before the banks can make the loan. It's actually a neat little trick the Liberals played by offsetting the imposition of a values test onto bank workers so that the government can keep their hands clean of this violation of basic human rights. It's right here on the CEBA website when you look at what borrowers are excluded from the loan process. For a business to apply for emergency government help, you better be ready to sign an attestation. You must attest your business does not promote violence, incite hatred, or discriminate on the basis of sex, gender, sexual orientation, race, ethnicity, religion, culture, region, education, age, or mental or physical disability. This is like blackmail. The government wants you to tell the Liberals what's in your heart before they give you help. Rightly or wrongly, it's none of their business. Now, let me be clear. I'm not advocating for the incitement of hate or discrimination. I am saying, though, that the Liberals' definition of those things are evolving constantly and being manipulated to make society conform to the Liberal will and left-wing ideology. Their side of the aisle thinks the Knights of Columbus is a hate group. Let me give you 3 examples of how this can go very bad. The Liberals banned 1,500 guns today without any parliamentary oversight and no evidence to support the move. Would the Liberals disqualify a sporting goods store because selling guns, according to Liberals, might promote or encourage violence? Now, what if that gun store opposes the Liberal gun ban specifically? Would the Liberals then see that as incitement to violence, since the Liberals say their gun ban is fighting violence? Who knows? You see, it's all up to Liberal interpretations. What about a Christian bookstore? Let's say they sell Orthodox Catholic books about the Pope's teaching on gender theory. Maybe they sell books on traditional marriage, the dignity of life, and keychains about God knowing you in the womb before you were born. They're pro-life. Would an allegedly nonpartisan federal bureaucrat say that it's discrimination to hold conservative Christian values in a free country where your right to do so is still protected in the Charter of Rights and Freedoms? Probably. In fact, they did when a similar attestation was required of Christian groups before they could qualify for a summer jobs grant. That bookseller would either have to violate their own conscience and sign that attestation to Liberal Party values, or close forever because they wouldn't sign it. What about a Jewish or a Muslim summer camp for teen girls? They could be seen to be discriminating against boys, other age groups, and even other religions in the eyes of a government bureaucrat, and they could have their loan to operate this year denied. This is a very slippery slope. It's a dangerous slope. A government loan program should be open to everyone meeting the financial criteria, not just those who agree with the government. There should be no values test for government financial help. What's next? A values test before you can access other government services like healthcare? Think that's a far-flung idea? They want you to sign a values test before they give your business life support. What about grandma? What about before you apply for a government job? Christians need not apply, I guess. This is not Orwell's 1984. You should not have to prove yourself innocent of wrongthink before you can access a government service you're already paying for. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. At Rebel News, we definitely would not qualify for any of Justin Trudeau's media bailout bucks if he applies a values test to it, but we'd never take the money anyway. We are fiercely independent and we rely on the support of our viewers at home to keep us working, to keep us going, holding the government to account. Please go to helprebelnews.com.